Hi guys!
So it is officially, well, day 2 in New York for Miss Jill and me, and it's Saturday morning, July 21st.
Yep.
And we are venturing across the Brooklyn Bridge. So we actually, Wendy made a boo-boo. She's used to only taking the red subway in New York, so when I started the subway, we ended up going in the wrong direction.
I got an underground tour of New York.
Have no clue where it took us, but realized immediately we were going in the wrong direction, got off, got back on, got to the metro stop that we needed, which was the Brooklyn Bridge, and we have gotten our water. We're all set to go. We're venturing across the Brooklyn Bridge and checking out Brooklyn this morning. And then we're going to be taking a break and doing a ghost murder and mayhem tour tonight in the rain, but it's rain or shine, so that should be fun.
Yes.
So we're excited to do this and check it out. I'll be inserting a lot of video and photos from today and everything we do. We will check in after we walk the bridge and let you know how it was. So anything to say?
See you soon.
Yay! See you soon. Hey guys, so we made it across the Brooklyn Bridge and we are now in Dumbo, going to try a pizza place called Julianna's, right behind me. So there's a story. I'm going to try to capture the inside, but as you can see, there's a line to get in. We actually got here around 11. There's a Starbucks next door, so we actually got something to drink and waited until what we thought 11:30 that it would open, but was not expecting the line when we came out. So now we're just waiting to go in, and it literally is right there. Hello. So it is actually many days after this wonderful adventure to New York City with my cousin Jill. And as you can see, we are going back over the Brooklyn Bridge. We had a fantastic time doing the Brooklyn Bridge, going over to Brooklyn. We stopped off at a Starbucks and then we went to Julianna's Pizza. Highly recommend it. We loved it. And then we actually stopped at One Girl's Cookie, and that is it was a good place too. They're very well known for their whoopie pies, but yeah, they weren't your PA Dutch whoopie pies. So from here, we went ahead and headed back over the bridge, headed back to the apartment, and took a little bit of a break because we did have a ghost tour to go on that night. And on our way to the ghost tour, it actually started raining. So you're going to see snapshots of the ghost tour in itself, and you're going to see that there was a lot of rain. It actually started pouring towards the end of the ghost tour. But it was a 2-hour tour. We absolutely enjoyed it, had a fantastic guide. You're actually going to hear her speak coming up. I highly, highly, highly recommend this place if you ever go to New York City and want to do something out of the norm. They offer 3 different locations, 2-hour ghost tours, ghost murders, and mayhem. Highly recommend. Enjoy.
Feet away from the subway station, and it's not on any ghost books, it's not on any other ghost tours, it's not on the haunted websites in New York City. This is so ignored by so many people. Enjoy it. It's incredible, the fact that it's just here. Oh, this is my ghost selfie. It is for the New York Times. The New York Times is very rich to add to that. Moved uptown to Midtown where rents were much cheaper, and that's why they call it Times Square. Not even the locals know this. In fact, I've been doing this tour for 5 years before I actually found this out. Times Square, because the New York Times is up there. It seems so obvious, and yet nobody bothers to do the Wikipedia research. But that building was home to the New York Times, and Mary Wilson was a reporter who worked on the top floor. Now, back in the late 1800s, it was still somewhat unusual for a woman to have a job outside the home, and because of this, Mary thought that her colleagues were messing with her, hazing her, because she would leave for the workday at the end of the day with everything all neatly arranged on her desk, papers jogged, pencils, ink pots all covered and sealed, and she would arrive the next day to find that somebody had messed up all her things, crumpling and tearing her papers, snapping her pencils, spilling her ink pots. She even set up booby traps to try to figure out which one of her co-workers was messing around with her, but she turned up empty-handed every single time. Now, Mary felt further victimized one night when she was working alone, late on the story, and heard footsteps walking up behind her. She called out across the empty floor, "Hello?" and received no response. Turning her attention back to her work, she shook it off and decided that she wasn't going to let it faze her if it was somebody just trying to spook her. And she heard the footsteps again come even closer to her. She called out again, "Hello?" and again received no response. Determined now not to let it get to her, she refused to turn her attention from her work even as the footsteps crossed directly behind her, and out of the corner of her eye she swears she saw a dark shadowy figure in the shape of a man passing through the wall. It was at that point that Mary thought perhaps it wasn't her co-workers who had been messing around with her things late at night. Now, in 1951, Pace University bought the building, and in 2001, another female reporter, student Susan Smith, published an article in the Pace University newspaper about the hauntings that she and other students experienced. Now, Susan said she was walking past one of the rooms on the B level called the Billing Bear Room when the door was shut, its lights all turned off, and she heard loud snoring coming from inside of the building. So Susan said she opened the door and turned on the lights and, of course, found the room completely empty. Other students told Susan about ghostly activity they experienced on the C level as well as on the 16th floor. Pace University students who've come on my tour over the past couple of years have all confirmed that is the building you want to have your Halloween party in, because of all the campus buildings, that's the haunted one. Seriously, the students